How to deal with wildlife and pets during a flood. When it comes to floods like the Jackson area is experiencing from the Pearl River, animals might not be the first thing that come to mind as residents cope with property loss and displacement. However, wildlife and pets can be affected as well. Here's what to do to keep your pets safe, and what to do and not to do if you encounter displaced wildlife near your home. You're obviously going to see snakes, turtles, alligators, deer, raccoons. Basically, all of it, said Ricky Flynt, Alligator Program coordinator with the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries and Parks. They're making a living, getting away from the high water, and as soon as it recedes, they'll go back to their home range. To stay up to date with latest top stories, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the button above this video. Seeing deer that have found higher ground or a raccoon on your porch is one thing. After all, they're fun to watch and animals that not everyone sees all the time. But what if an alligator wanders to a place where they typically aren't seen? Flynt's basic message is the same for alligators as it is for other wildlife. Leave it alone, Flynt said. They're just displaced. As water levels change, they're going to move on. Lower crest expected Pearl River flood predictions fall, but officials warn it's not over yet. More, it is not too late to prepare for flooding. Here's what to do. If an alligator is in your yard, or even closer, that's another story. If it's in your yard, your patio, your pool or in your garage, call 1-800-BESMERT and we'll send someone out to handle it, Flynt said. Just stay away from it. Keep an eye on it and see where it goes. Do not attempt to handle it. Do not harass or agitate it. In short, keep your distance and let people who are trained handle the situation. Alligators are fairly common in Mississippi, particularly in the Ross Barnett Reservoir and Pearl River, but snakes are far more common. So, what's the best course of action if one decides your backyard is a good spot to get out of the water? What to do about snakes? The best thing to do, always, is ignore it, said herpetologist Terry Vandeventer of Terry. Leave it alone. You can shoo it away with a water hose. If it's in your nature, you can put a trash can over it and sweep it in there with a broom. At that point, the lid can be placed on the can and the snake can be relocated. If it is a venomous snake, you should kill it, right? Vandeventer disagrees. Either scare it away with water from a garden hose or let it leave on its own. Killing it is the wrong thing to do because upwards of 70% of snakebites happen while someone is trying to kill a snake, Vandeventer said. Don't expect to see snakes everywhere you look either. During the Easter flood of '79 it was all over the news that snakes were going to be all over the place and in your house, Vandeventer said. It didn't happen. They tend to stay where they are. They're up in the bushes and trees. They just don't go very far. Keep your pets safe in a flood. Deborah Boswell, communications coordinator for the Mississippi Animal Rescue League, said the primary rule for pets is not to leave them behind. We certainly encourage people not to leave their pets, Boswell said. The problem is not being able to get back to them. We had to do a couple of water rescues in 2020. Boswell said this problem can occur when a resident's home isn't in danger of flooding, but the surrounding area is, and access is blocked by water. If there's water on your street and they put those barricades up, they're not going to let you back in, Boswell said. Don't leave them there. You don't know when you'll get back, and you can't predict the weather. Boswell said to have a bag of supplies needed for your pet when evacuating, including food, water, a favorite toy and medical records. Also, take a photo of your pet with your phone. If there aren't other options, Boswell said pets can be taken to Marlin Jackson Community Animal Rescue and Adoption in Jackson or a veterinarian for boarding. If affording boarding fees is at issue, Boswell said financial assistance is available through the Mississippi Board of Animal Health. Once the flood has receded, pet owners might face another challenge: people going in and out of their home while it's being cleaned or repaired. For inside pets, she recommends dedicating a room to keep the pet in while work is taking place. You're usually just working on 1 or 2 rooms at a time, Boswell said. Boswell said dogs that are fenced in should be secured during the recovery process too. Keep a padlock on the gate, Boswell said.